You guys like third strike. Am I right or am I left? That actually looks to be aligned perfectly. This color looks a little strange. He did a very undroppable combo.
Fighters ready. Engage.
People who bitch about Yun but don't bitch about Dudley. Cute cross through. That was kind of cool. Double Impact isn't even a game. Double Impact is just the new generation second impact thing. The Dreamcast. He went for the red parry, missed it. I respect that. I probably prefer fighting Yun to Chun-Li to Yun. Damn, he did it and it worked. So when you knock over Yun, Yun's wake up isn't any better in Gane, which means he has to block whatever you do, or parry whatever you do, if you manage to knock him over. And even if he blocks something, then you still get, you still waste time based on making him block something. So you really want to pursue like a good Oki. If you knock over Gane and Yun, you can waste a ton of his time with both the knockdown and the pressure you get. Nice.
You win. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
How much lag? You mean how long does it take to start up? It's not very long. I would be surprised if it was something like 5 frames. It's not very long at all. Ooh. That's a nice punish. Towards Arc fully whiffed over Yun whiffing his command grab. That's pretty funny.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Yeah, look at that. He went for the light kick. I want to see Chun-Li players go for the down towards spheres. "10 frames. Wow, that's actually a lot more than I thought. If he cancels into it, it's usually plus. Since he usually cancels into it from low forward or stand strong. It is not invincible and it's not a hitbox. Have fun punishing it. The thing is, you can't punish it with like a super or anything like that. Well, you can technically, but you can't do inputs during a super freeze in this game. So your super motion needs to be like perfect. You have to do like a down, down, forward, forward, down, down, forward, forward, whatever, kick or punch. That's like 6 frames. 5 technically, if you're doing the full thing. And it's not very clear in this game when the super freeze ends. It's actually at a very surprising time. That was a nice overhead.
Prepare to strike. Now.
No super can trade with the activation, but that's what you're saying. These aren't anyone's matches. This is just Ocho footage. This is a tournament in Japan. 1v1 weekly or something. It's a casual tournament. I don't think they play for money. I don't think they play for money anywhere in Japan, actually. There's some rando Japanese Yun. Nice. Good parry, good punish. Still good parry, still good punish. Whoa! Neat. It was a medium Tatsu and he parried like it was a hard Tatsu. I've never been to Japan.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Yeah. That pachinko gambling. That was a really good parry to go for. When he jumped over the demon. It seems really silly, and in fact it is. Akuma recovers from his raging demon like the same time that the same amount of time it takes for you to jump. So he can I don't know if it's his turn necessarily, but he can attack like after you don't get a punish on him. Situationally, certain characters do. Depends on a lot of factors, like where both players are standing. This is quite good Yun play. This is a good Yun. Everyone we've seen on stream so far has been quite good. This Yun is better than most everyone on Fightcade. Except for maybe like 3 or 4.
Now.
That was meaty. He missed line. Are you asking why it's not flashing? Yun turns blue every other frame with Genei-jin. And this is recorded at 30 FPS. So during the Genei-jin, Yun will either always be blue or never be blue, because it's only showing us every other frame in this footage. Street Fighter 4 was pretty good about this, and most other fighting games are bad about it, including Third Strike. This Yun does have a style, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the time, this is just like the good Yun style, like 80–90% of this. You know what I mean? All the, quote, styles lead together as players get better. Now, don't get me wrong, you can certainly express yourself in this game. But, it's more about what you do where. Okay, that was extremely vague. It's more about how you handle the mix-up scenarios.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Yeah, he's either always going to be blue or never going to be blue, instead of turning blue half the time, which is what he does if you're watching it in your game. Oh well. That light DP looked unconfirmed, but maybe you have time to confirm there. Ken is a very stressful character to fight against. I would call this near maxed fucking Yun playstyle. He could turtle a lot more. But I wouldn't call these dive kicks bad, and I wouldn't say he's doing a ridiculous number of counter grabs or anything. Ken's okay here. Whoa.
Final round. Engage.
That was winnable. See that forward dash? That was right after the super freeze ended. The super freeze ends before the screen unzooms, which is why a lot of people struggle to parry after super freeze. And also because, you know, you can't parry during super freeze. That's something I would change if I could change this game. That's so stupid that it's like that. You should be able to buffer parries or something during super freeze. The difficulty of parrying a super should be the actual act of parrying the super.
You win.
It shouldn't be getting the initial parry after the freeze where the game just locks all your inputs.
Are you ready? Go.
It's like, oh, you can parry. Every single parry in this game is like a fucking 7-frame window. Except this parry. This parry is like a 2-frame window. I agree. I want the third strike-like game, and there is nothing like this game. MK4 is a smidge like it. If you remove parries and also all things that go with parries from the equation, MK4 is quite a lot like third strike.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Ah, super would have been so good there. He got the low strong, and the super would have just burned all the Gene time, and also done all the damage of a super. That was a bad mistake. That was too. I think he thought he was going to hit you on midair. Oh my god, the super setups. He's dropped so many confirms. Not many EX moves from Yun. He used one, so he wasn't afraid to use another. Wow, that was super risky. Walk up medium DP? That's not invincible or anything. Defining characteristic of... No, it probably just is parries. I don't know if I'd say anything else. All the things that aren't parries that are defining characteristics of this game are there because of parries. Like the mix-up situation is the way it is because parries are on the table.
You win.
The comeback situation is there because parries.
Enter the heat of battle. Go for it.
I did pretty well, I came in second place. And along the way I beat Slayman and Smabobbin. I maybe could have won if I played better. I've been practicing behind the scenes and slowly getting better.
Are you ready? Go.
Trucking along. Oof. Yep, with Sakura, all the way. She's fun. She makes me happy. Rising Thunder had a juggle system that wasn't too dissimilar from this game, and I thought it was kind of cool. Of all the things about Rising Thunder, I think the juggle system was the coolest. If Rising Thunder didn't fuck around with cooldowns and everything, I think it would be like... I don't know. That was too weird without really being better, I feel.
Prepare to strike. Now.
If there's any one thing I can say about Rising Thunder, it's got a cool little juggle system with the 5 hits. Yeah, it's fun as hell to hit juggles with dizzy opponents. And most characters can do some really fancy cool stuff, which makes third strike combo videos actually very impressive. This game has a... The doesn't look like a really expensive combo system. It looks fairly straightforward.
Now.
But actually there's a lot of stuff you can show off. Time to watch the Elena KYSG footage again. That might just be my favorite combo video. I don't know. There's like better combo videos. Wow, that cam was not going to be dissuaded. Juice combo collection. I would call that one of the best combo videos I've ever seen. Partially because it's like 7-10 minute combo videos, so you get like fucking a full movie's worth of combo video. O to the 2-hit combo is probably one of the most creative combo videos I've ever seen. Sonic Hurricanes series on Vanilla Street Fighter 4 was extremely good. Oh my god, what the hell? Just failed the expirable, I guess? Nice. Double uppercut. That might require the car in that context. Corner Ken from that TC. Fire your hand. You have like a couple frames stacked there, and a lot of people just do DPs for the memes. You can't build meter with anything you do. You can't get to the active frames of any normal, and you don't build any meter until you get to active frames. So what you do there truly, genuinely does not matter. Unless it's an EX move or a super, in which case you just wasted a bunch of bar. But a lot of people like to do that just because it looks funny to kill someone and then waste some bar right before. That almost stunned. I haven't seen a Shipu stun the opponent in a long fucking time. It does barely any stun at all. It basically maintains the stun you have. It does like 2 stun. Net 2 stun. Ken doesn't dizzy people that often. It can happen if he's playing really well. The main thing Ken has that does a lot of stun is his stand fierce.
You win.
A lot of top tiers.
Go for it.
This little video. Round start shoulder? That's a pretty hard read. What is that for? Shoulder has a good hurt box. It tends to go under and around a lot of attacks. Yes, you missed casuals. Sorry, they'll be on YouTube. That's a good time to activate, to be honest. Oh, we got him. That burns the whole grenade time. Nope, it killed. Gun health. Good lord.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Yun bleeds so hard. He's still, like, you know, one of the best, if not the best characters. Or Crota thinks that Oro is on the bottom end of top tier, like number 4 in the game. Having a touch of death isn't instantly enough to make a character good. Case in point, Makoto is not usually listed as number 1. But Oro is probably the most slept on character in the game. But to be honest, Hugo and Q are also candidates for extremely slept on. If you're truly good at parrying, Hugo and Q's shitty neutral kind of melts away a bit. Makoto is like 4-3-ish, but you know, 3-4-ish. That's still not as high as like Yun or Chun-Li. Little Suplex was playing Fong in the one match that we saw on stream, and he lost. And also we didn't actually get to watch the match because I was trapped in the lobby.
You win. All right.
Shut up. No, they're not. Urian maybe. No, Urian's not even top. He's just high. Alex is definitely not top tier, and Sean is absolutely definitely not. Oof. Alex is honestly really shitty. This is a YouTube match. I can give you the link if you want it. Failed to chase him. That teleport goes pretty far, man. I know the counter is a super, but they didn't really work hard enough to make sure everyone had a super that was good at punishing that. Yang is good-ish. Most people put him at high tier, and that's probably accurate. I'm pretty sure Sean is always shit tier. Anyone remember that Brazilian god, Sean? Oof. KKZ. That has kind of a lot of startup. You have to be really lucky for that to actually be the right option. It's kind of hard to punish. I don't know if you can get a better punish than dash punch. I haven't seen a single Sean in Cooperation Cup. Are we talking about Cooperation Cup? Or are we talking about Alex? If we're talking about Genki, that's not Alex. If we're talking about Piero, that's not Remy. If the character itself was good, then other people would be able to succeed with the character. But that doesn't magically make Remy good just because someone can win with him. Oh, Yang. Yang has been having good success lately. But like, what's good success? You know, there's a lot more Yang players than Dudley players. So of course Yang's gonna win more. Missed the combo. Yang's alright. He's not bad. But like most people call him high tier and he tends to get results like he's a high tier. So I don't know.
You win.
There's a lot of factors in play.
Engage.
What it really comes down to is a good-ish Yun can beat the world's best Remy. That's like the end of it. YSB is a god among most all other Hugos. But he's he runs into a Chun-Li and it's like it doesn't really matter that much who the Chun-Li is as long as they're good-ish. Ryu might be a smidge underrated, but not a lot. But maybe a smidge. Kuroda said that Kuroda, like very famously a long time ago, said that he thought Denshin was the best super in the game. I think that's a bit strong, but it is good. And to be honest, Ryu is really good even without it. Ryu might be on the low end of high tier, or maybe even in the middle of high tier. He's really not bad. It goes without saying that Ken and Akuma are extremely strong, so why not Ryu, who has almost all the shared attacks? Is that a punish? No. I was gonna say that's a frame slower than Ken. Optimal. Whoa! That was really aggressive read. He did an extra dash. He was trying to get it on a reset. Well, that was so shit.
You win. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Got parried and he cancelled into DP. The characters who get a lot better if a good player is playing them is usually pretty much anyone with really high damage. That goes a little bit to Alex, a lot to Hugo, a lot to Q, and then a good amount to Makoto. And perhaps to Oro. Oro's damage is pretty high. Got him. A lot of KKZs. This guy has a lot of personality. KKZ is surprisingly not risky for how rewarding it is, but the success rate is very low. The chances of you actually interrupting something that becomes KKZ punishable is just not very high. The opponent will usually recover from whatever they're doing and be able to block. KKZ is pretty slow. Most Akumas don't really mess around with KKZ at all, and the ones that do almost always just use it after the jump reset, and that's that. No, I did not check out whatever you linked. That teleport was pretty low risk. I have no explanation for why medium Tatsu does as well as it does in most contexts. It's not even instant airborne. Actual MK4 tournament footage, or is this just MK4 what? Oh my god, it's actual tournament footage from MK4. I think we truly will need to check this out, because that sounds so stupid. I just want to pause it! There we go. Retired looking Sakura combo. Oh, it's a Street Fighter 4 Sakura combo. I'm out. I want to look at this. Sakura has very stupid combos in this game. Okay. I think that could have been a bit longer than even it was. This is just... Oh, okay, that's stupid, yeah. That was insanely cool. Take it back. I was about to say that was very ordinary but cool. That was a very ordinary but powerful Sakura combo. But it became very abnormal right at the end. I've never seen that. Early light DP into Sakura Otoshi into bounces. Jesus Christ. That was weird. Where were we?
Fighters ready. Engage.
Bare minimum of reward? Are you talking about her dash punch stuff? Because her Karakusa is pretty fucking rewarding. Dash punch stuff is more good for success rate than damage. It's risky to anticipate a dash punch, so most people don't. This is very top tier footage. Combo? Missed it. No one ever gets something. I think it either needs a crouching component or a meaty low forward, but that looked like a meaty low forward. It might work naturally, but if it does work naturally, it's insanely tight. Yen actually has some really silly looking juggles. I shouldn't say juggles, grounded combos in Genei on crouching opponents. Fourth strike when it comes out. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. There's a game called Fourth Strike that's already out. And also, there's no announcement or anything by Capcom to make a sequel to this game. Akuma's like high and maybe top. It depends on who you ask. Most people, everyone acknowledges that his neutral is really, really good. But his health is so bad. You might actually genuinely need the biggest brain to play Urian of any character in Street Fighter V. To be honest. But I'm ready for some meme footage. Yeah. That was not high brain. Soraku playing Kareen. I would cry if this was me. I wouldn't personally put Kuma as top tier. I'd put him around the middle of high tier. I'm not very impressed with Akuma. He's aight. I don't think he's as good as Ken in most of the ways that they're different. Ken is a lot more consistent. God, I wouldn't even hit Stand Fierce at this point. That's pure disrespect. Alright, yeah, you don't need a brain to play that kind of variant.
You win. Into the heat of battle.
Soroku used to come to bath cups and kick everyone's ass. Nice parry, nice punish. I dropped it. The ender is pretty important not to drop because it builds a lot of the meter back. It seems like it's not a big deal because it does almost no damage.
Go.
Most overrated character in this game? It might actually be Makoto. I can maybe see that. Makoto's neutral is worse than most people acknowledge. Even with the touch of death stuff, she kind of suffers a lot in the neutral. It depends on the matchup.
You win. Are you ready? Go.
I don't know, there's no names on this one, so I don't know what you're talking about. You're probably talking about when they did ranking battles, where someone could win and get +1, and then lose and get -1, and then if they got up to +5, they would go up a rank. Yeah, Dawn rankings. I haven't seen a tournament of that style in a little while. They used to be quite common. The Shen used to upload a lot of them. But the Shen just like stopped uploading a lot of footage at all.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Yeah, well actually Tekken rankings are based on that system. That system is used for a lot of Japanese martial arts style stuff. Good parry. Wasted the whole grenade timing.
You win.
Hi! Condiment? I don't know if that's what he's saying. Sounds what.
Battle. Go for it.
I used to play Tekken, but not seriously. I've never really played Tekken competitively. What an unusual ender. He ended up being really far away because of that. Yeah. Is that a Balrog? Wait, where's the... Okay. Ooh. Was that Crouch Fierce counter hit into Ultra? That's pretty cool. You get a lot of plus frames on that Crouch Fierce. I'm a little surprised that works. That cross-up is a 50-50. This might not be visible on stream very well.
Prepare to strike. Now.
It can be a cross-up or it can be elbow drop, which is on the front. Things are going aight. I had a pretty good day today, I guess. I'm not looking forward to work tomorrow, but it's not so bad. I'm back on midnight shifts and I kind of hate it, and I'm kind of considering asking my boss if I can get out. There's usually +1 for lights, +3 for heavies. There weren't that many exceptions. I don't think that was an exception.
Final round. Go.
Capcom or SNK? I don't know. I've been enjoying a lot of Capcom games. But like, on paper, SNK is damn cool. But I've never really invested the time into it.
You win.
I work at Home Depot.
Alright, that's cool.
I can bitch about my work if you guys want to hear that.
There's a strike. Now.
I work. I like forklift stuff and do freight occasionally in the evenings. And in the daytimes when I'm on, I do, you know, customer service in the garden area. And, ooh, a nice series of parries. He was looking for probably the EX fireball. But, I got put on midnight shift again. So I show up as the store is closing and work until deep in the morning. And that's kind of ruined my schedule, so I'm not around. I'm not awake at the same time that all my internet friends are, which is kind of shitty. And I've got a bunch of new coworkers, and it wasn't super duper close, but on one of my coworkers' first day, he was like sucking up to me really hard, and it gave me like a really bad impression of him. He like acknowledged we like have the same role, the same position. Like I get paid more than him because I've been working there longer, but I don't outrank him or anything. The bosses all told him to like, you know, follow what I do. But I was just like, you know, I'm treating him like a peer, and he's treating me like a fucking king. It's like completely out of place, and I don't like it. Anyway, it wasn't super close, but I like was handling the forklift, and he was getting like really close to the forklift like the whole night. And then I put something down that he wasn't expecting me to put down, and he was kind of close to it. And he was like, I was fixing to go there, or whatever. I was like, I could have dropped it on his foot. And it was embarrassing. Or he gave me a hand signal, and I wasn't, it's not part of our training or anything to fucking look for hand signals. He's like, this means stop. He was like all mad at me. And he was making a closed fist, and I was like, I wasn't looking at your hands, shit. It was after the store closed too, so he wasn't even spotting me. But it was embarrassing. Like I could have crushed his foot. I would have felt so bad. I almost wish I did crush it. I feel like that would have been less embarrassing than almost crushing it and him being mad at me. No, he's like pretty old, that's the worst part. I'm 26. He's like, he looks like he's in his 40s. I didn't want to go, like, after the fact, I was like, sorry. I, like, left. I was just like, I'm done. I'm going to go on my break later. I mulled it over for a little while. And then I came back and I'm like, sorry, I could have really hurt you. And he was like, no, it was me. I should have been hanging back a little bit more. We had that kind of like awkward little apology. And then he was like so chill about it, and I kind of wanted him to still be mad at me in a weird sort of way. Like the fact that he was so chill about it after the fact made it worse somehow. And I didn't want to go back to work, and I still don't want to go back to work. I don't want to see him. And then the next day, that was day one, I had a new coworker and he was doing that. Did that really? Stand around house just traded with EX up kicks? That's fucking disgusting. EX up kicks is not supposed to trade. Must take a really weird hitbox to do that. The next day there was a pretty cool guy who was the other new worker, and it was his first day, and me and him connected pretty fast. It was like, wow, you're really cool. I wouldn't say connected. That's a bit strong, but like we were getting along. We were like being social. He told me stuff about him. I told him stuff about me. And then, like, I had 2 days of not working, and then I went back to work, and it turned out that guy who put in the fucking... That guy who was the second guy who I got along with, he put in his 2 weeks notice on his fucking second day at work. 2 weeks notice. And he was just chilling in the break room. Like, he wasn't even fucking going down and helping. He ended up coming down later. And, like, helping out.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Also, both of them told me stuff about them, and I remembered it to like make a good impression. I like made fucking good mental notes about both of them, so that I could like, you know, relate things to them. I was like, you know, what did you used to do before coming here? And then he told me he was like a fucking cook. And then later on I was like, after he gave in his 2 weeks notice, I was like, what's, you know, you not like the work environment or something? And he's like, oh, I don't like how much free time. And I'm like, oh, I guess that was a lot of busy time being a cook. Guess you were like super busy. You know, that kind of thing. I was just trying to fucking keep shit related to them. People like when you remember details about them. People like when you fucking consider their feelings and their history and whatnot. Anyway, I was being a nice fellow. Oh my god! That was a cool reset too. Didn't get him. See, that's kind of hard to punish. That's really shitty that played out the way it did though. That's really sad. That's like disgusting. He got the first hit, he got like the second hit and then dropped the third hit and then the fourth was blocked or whatever. Anyway, both my new coworkers, forgot that they told me stuff and then got weirded out that I knew the stuff about them that they told me. It's like, did you hear that from the boss? And I'm like, no, you told me. And both of them like told me stuff that like, both of them told me stuff that I was like present for. They're like, yesterday I did so and so, and it's like, yeah, I was the one who told you to do it. Like, I know you're new to your job, and I know you're meeting a lot of new people, but like, shit. Both of them had like a terrible memory of me. He didn't spend that meter. That meter did not get spent. He still has that.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
I try to be empathic. I do try. I come from a family of very non-empathic people. Empathetic? Empathic. Empathetic. My grandma on one side probably has narcissistic personality disorder. And both my mom and my brother are kind of, I don't know how to call it. They're definitely not mean, but they can be kind of, inconsiderate at times. Yeah, empathic and empathetic are like two different things. But they're similar. A lot of damage on this. This might just kill him. That's genuinely very disgusting. Oh, he dropped it. But look at Goki's health melt away. Why are you being censored? It's not me. It's probably just Twitch dropping messages. Yes, they can be kind of English. Look at all this damage. That's like the max. That's one of the strongest starters Young can have. He thought that Stand Strong would hit while it was still in Gane, but it wore off right then. I feel kind of bad because I like have to try and be nice. I'm worried that if I like didn't try, I wouldn't be nice. So I'm always trying. Oof. It's like one of my biggest fears that I'm not a nice person inherently, and I'm only a nice person if I try really hard. Twitch still delivers your messages if you post one of the banned words. I'm pretty sure faggot is a glibly banned word on Twitch, even if you opt out of the glibly banned filter. So if you're using that word, it should still go through, but it should be censored. So if your messages aren't going through at all, then that probably means Twitch is being dumb. Whoa, there it is. Never mind. I thought it was censored. I thought it wouldn't let you type that. I'm out of the globally, global censor. Being forgotten. I'm not even afraid if I get forgotten. I'm down to get forgotten. I don't care if people remember. I just want to actually benefit the world. If I benefit the world and people don't remember, it's just as good to me that than if I benefit the world and people don't and people do remember. Me being remembered is not a part of it for me. Benefiting the world would be more important. Fagotto.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Yeah, that. That's what I want too. Nice, you cancelled it. Canceling it is easier than linking it. Ugh. Decent punish. Yum with a good Gane setup. Oh, never mind. I was going to say I can still win this. He wasn't going to kill with the combo unless it was a perfect Gane setup, but it was going to leave you Ken with very low health. Gane comes back so quickly that you can basically always use it. Like, it's always worth spending the bar to try and win the round. Even if you're down like 10% to like 90%, using the Gane is really not a bad idea. What a strange punish. A lot of people think like that. I'm not one of them, but I hear that all the time. That's like the fucking most common symptom of like any sort of anxiety disorder. Or just general anxiety and whatever. Is everyone's like fucking afraid that their friends are only pretending to like them because it would be too awkward to say anything else. There are like a ridiculous number of people who think that even though they know it's not logically true. I got a couple friends who are like that. It might actually be all of them, but I'm not like that. I'm fairly confident all my friends like me. Oof. I think that's unsafe. I don't know. I haven't seen that TC get fully blocked in a long time. Some normies. A lot of people in general are like that, and a lot of them aren't normies. Self-esteem is something you can fix. I think. I don't know, it might depend on the person. But I would think that most people can up their self-esteem just by, you know, doing some proactive stuff that they think makes them a better person. Like making something to help people, like a YouTube tutorial video on how to play fighting games. All my friends are friends from high school, so I've made a few like friends at work, but you know, I don't meet that many new people anymore, except on the internet. You gotta put yourself out there. Internet friends are a real thing nowadays. You guys are already putting yourselves out there. Imagine if you were someone who was like, you know, not even posting. That's truly not putting yourself out there. You're putting yourself out there even just by posting. Ooh. Keep the corner. He ran out of Gane at the worst possible time both times. Oh, that's gonna hit. Yeah. Smart. I get mentally taxed talking to people for too long. It takes a while. But I had one of my friends who I hadn't seen in a long time live in my house for a week. And that week, like, the first 3 days were really good. But then as it dragged on, it was just like, wow. It's starting to really wear on me. They call that introvertedness. Aw, he could have shifted to blocking. He didn't even need to parry the last hit.
Fighters ready. Engage.
That's super. He has hit a button kind of early in that jump. So what he could do on landing was a bit picky. Remy versus anyone is cancer. Remy versus Ken isn't even particularly bad, it's just shitty because Ken is good and Remy is horrible. This is Remy being shit. Oof. Ken's area X Tatsu is a little good because Remy is tall, and Remy's anti-airs kind of get fucked up by that. Oh no, it ended. It ended. Alright, let's find that fucking footage. So this is some weird shit. The PS1 version of MK4. Not even gold, 4. Oh, the blind pick.
Raiden. Fight.
I actually hate this game. This is my least favorite MK. I wonder if he gets a better combo from waiting for him to fall. I will definitely watch Final Round. God, I can't believe this is real. Probably all but 3 MK games are Kusoga. Whoa, the weapon combo, that was pretty cool. Can't even lie. Not very strong though. Yeah, this is maybe the worst game in the MK series. Although MK1 is technically a contender because it's so archaic and so basic.
Fight.
MK3 and MK2 are fantastic. MK... all the PS2 MKs are kind of shit. This game is really shit. DCU has a lot of really good and really terrible ideas. And then MK9 is pretty good. Injustice 1 is good. Like, better. MKX is better yet, and Injustice 2... I don't know. I like Injustice 2 more than I like Injustice 1. But not as much as I like MKX. But MKX and Injustice 2 are like the only actual high-quality fighting games in the series.
Fight.
That really doesn't do much at all. I thought damage in this game was higher. I thought there were some infinites. Maybe there are. I just think Injustice 2 isn't as fun to play as MK. I think the loss of a button actually hurts quite a lot. I don't like the roster as much either. I kinda do. Yeah, variations are great. No argument here. So this game has 3D stepping, unlike MK 1, 2, and 3. It was seen that 3D fighting games were the future at that time. A lot of people might not remember that. Well, you guys probably all do, right? There was kind of an idea that games like Tekken and Virtua Fighter, and I guess this, were replacing games like Street Fighter 2. It's like a good game of 3D would be a lot better than a good game of 2D. And then Soul Calibur came out.
Fight.
I'm not some random ass dude, fuck you. I am the FGC. I don't like the way meter works in Injustice, and I never have. It's not even just clashes. Okay.
Fight.
That's like other parts of Injustice 2 meter that just piss me off. The way to add meter to combos is kind of cool in MKX.
Fight.
The ways. Yeah, that's right. Square wave is supposed to be a katana move. I don't really know that much about this game. I just remember hating fighting the comms. And I remember it's kind of low quality and awkward. That looked very unsafe. Is Jarek the Kano? So the thing about this game is that about that fucking pinwheel. Most of the way through the development of this game, the MK team got told, they were like, hey, there aren't enough new characters, we should add some new characters. That is a Nash cosplay. And so they took like 5 characters in this game and just turned them into other characters. Like, it was very lazy. Time out a sec, this is 5:52. Let me look at the roster. Who even are these fucking people? This guy, Reiko? He was Noob Saibot, and then they just changed him. Fujin is actually new. I think, Tanya. I think she might have been someone. She might have been like Melina or Katana or something. And they just changed her. Who else? This guy, Jarek. He might have been Kano. Who is this dude? Is that Kai? Who the fuck is Kai? I don't know. Who the fuck is who's this? I don't know who any of these characters are from their little portraits. This looks almost like Jax, but not quite. He's like too pale. I see Reptile, I see Shinnok. I don't know who they all are. That's Johnny Cage, I guess. This is Jax? Anyway, there's a bunch of characters who didn't make the cut because they got turned into other characters. It's not Kenshi. Kenshi's not in this game. Kenshi was in... He was added for Deception, I think. Whoa. We are deep into Kusoge territory. Okay, he got out. Got trapped into the wall by a throw. Is Tanya black? Tanya's pretty dark. Jade's kind of dark too. Jade and Tanya have both looked black and not black, depending on what game they're in.
Fight.
I feel like there's at least one more black character. Kai is black. It's like a very small list of black characters in MK. Oh yes, Jackie. Yeah, I forgot about that. Blanca's design was really strange in gold. He got like cut in half by Kung Lao at some point, but didn't die. The camera in this game looks like it's not really sure where it's supposed to go. The worst thing about this game is I remember it was quite celebrated when it came out. A lot of people were really excited about it. I was pretty damn young. When this game came out, I was probably like 6.
Fight.
Came out in 1997, I was 6. I have almost nothing to say about Red Show Fighter, because I don't know anything about it. god. Oh my god. Is that like invincible and safe? There's Jax. Little Bow is kind of out of character, I feel. Oh yeah, that's in character. That's something Jax would do. Yeah! I really did not like this game. I played it when it was basically new. I played it since then too. Although not recently. Most people who play fighting game, who play MK competitively, have seen like every fatality like 100 times. So it's like they don't care. And it does waste a bunch of time between like replays. In modern MK games, they just hit start and do replay. And if it's, you know, the last round, then they often do fatalities. The weapons are so silly. The weapons have fuck all to do with the characters. They just thought it'd be cool to give everyone a weapon. So there's like a thing you can do to like pull out a weapon as every character. If you think this looks Kuso, you should see the fatality. You should see the game's endings. This weapon style thing eventually gets recycled twice. Well, I guess 3 times for Deadly Alliance Deception and Armageddon. And I would argue that it was done better each time. Maybe not for Armageddon. But definitely Deception improved a lot over Deadly Alliance, which improved a lot over this. I would actually quite like weapon styles in MK again. But Variations basically did that. To be honest, like, if you look at, let's say, Cryomancer Sub, that's not so different from weapon style. Just adds a fucking ice sword to a bunch of his animations. Makes them better. Or like Ninjutsu Scorpion. That might as well be a weapon style. And a lot of characters have that, where one of their 3 variations is just improved normals using a weapon. Quite common. One of the Shinnocks has like, is it Bone Shaper, I think? There's a lot of examples of that. Oh. This game has a really Kuso infinite prevention system. Basically, there's a big old bound that prevents you from doing infinites. Like, you bounce off them in a very strange way if the game thinks you're doing an infinite. But there's a couple infinites that work, like, even despite that. Leatherface, yeah. And also Jason, actually. Both have weapon styles, like actual ones. It's literally like a third or half the cast have at least one variation where it's them using a weapon. You can do it for like most characters. There's more than one stage in the game, they're just all picking the same one. When the camera changes angles like that, it's so awkward. Oh, this is just lagging because it's online, or whatever. I hope this isn't just the game freaking out. Shaolin Monks is actually the best MK. There's no kappa necessary in that post. Damn, this is like a new level of Kusoge. Because of the lag. When's the Shaolin Monks playthrough? Which one? I've got 3. If you go on my channel, you can literally find me playing through that game 3 separate times. That's 3 separate characters. Everyone but Sub. One of these days, I'm gonna net play through the game with someone else, or like Boost or something. I think this is being played online. I get that feeling looking at it. Oh yeah. Brutal. Imagine wanting to see Third Strike and you come in and it's this. How fucking bad would you feel? Tell you what. Let's watch a good MK fighting game.
Shao Kahn's lair.
Oh yeah, look at these two. This is literally top 2 in the game, I think. I think it's these two.
Characters are frozen in place. It does kind of level everything out. So sometimes you don't want to get that neutral uppercut.
Yeah.
Matt takes round 1. Come on, Joey. Shock's Cabal is really fierce. Catches him with a throw. He's run grabbing the hell out of him now.
Yup.
Joe just missed that fire.
Long Island Joe.
Joe's trying to even it out.
You have to get anti-air punishes on certain attacks, which is good for some characters and bad for others. Like an air run from Cabal, or a teleport from Scorpion or Noob Saibot. Must be punished midair, which is not bad.
And this is going to be a good chunk of damage right here.
No, that is not an infinite.
High punch, run in, low kick, grab.
This is UMK3. This is the update.
And here comes the run jab pressure.
Is that LI Joe with hair?
Joe needs to land 1 chip, and he's out.
Oh my god.
Oh! Matt gets him. Shock! That's why they call him Danger Man. Shock, game 1. Danger zone. 1-0 Shock. We could see a reset here.
Yeah, get your shit together, Joe.
You know, whenever Mortal Kombat starts up, the room kind of empties out. Everybody gets, you know, a little depressed. And as soon as the game gets going, everybody starts screaming. Joe bounces right back with half a getting into this. Now. Damage in this game is ridiculous. Oh! He gets a nice 39%, I think. Oh, even more. Half his life gone. Joe tries
Combos in this game are actually really tight.
Does not work. Joe gets the anti-air uppercut that time. Trying to keep in with the run jab. One more hit will probably do it. Oh, he went for the Joe takes round 1. Block teleport. Beautiful.
I'd rather fight Human Smoke than fucking Cabal, dude. Cabal's nasty.
Run jab pressure, looking for it. And for those of you interested in getting into this game, it literally takes 5 minutes to learn. It's very easy. To learn. To learn. Takes a long time to get really good at. Playing on this level. These guys are playing at the highest level possible. This game's a lot of fun. Very easy to get into. It's on MAME. Used to be on Xbox 360. You can still get it.
God, playing this on MAME.
Score is 1-1. Well, game score is Shock 1, Joe 0. Match score is 1-1.
Cabal's good in this game for pretty much the same reason he was in MK9. He's got good instant air fireballs that he can spam, and he's got a run, that thing, that leads to a huge combo. That combo's basically wherever you land it.
Nasty. Cabal is such sick run jab. If you notice right there, Cabal got pushed back. If you do a combo in the corner, you get pushed back and you can't do anything. That's why you need to space it out. Oh!
This isn't MAME. They're just talking about how it's on MAME. Sonya's cool.
switches back to Sonya. Sonya's a very tricky character, especially on pop-ups. You have to time it very well. Otherwise, your teleport punch will go right through her.
Human Spike's punish combos are so nasty.
Everybody wants fatalities. When you do a fatality, it'll slow you down, though. This game is an adrenaline rush.
I like how they're playing with throwing encourage.
Joe catches him with the uppercut.
And you notice Matt is using that crouching low kick a lot. Her crouching low kick is great.
Nice kill, I think it
Matt
did.
takes round 1.
Step it up, Joe.
If you guys are noticing on the stream, the guy in the red shirt was talking a lot of shit to me, and then I bodied him free. That guy right there in the middle, his name is Nose. I bodied the shit out of him in UMK.
I got him too.
He's talking shit on everybody.
Oh, I dropped it.
putting that motherfucker on blast right now. I don't care.
New footage of this game?
It's not really like me.
Oh, disgusting. Alright, I'll click on this. I'm in the mood to click on anything.
Round 1. Fight.
This is... Which one is this? Deadly Alliance, I think? Pretty sure. What does it say? Deadly Alliance. Freestyles means either Deadly Alliance or Deception. This is Raw Kuso. It's fun, I guess.
Round 2. Fight.
You know that little blow smoke, that thing? That Kenji's actually just immune to that? Isn't that kind of funny? There's a special move they made not work on a character purely because it was, it thematically wouldn't work on him. The fart noises. Fucking incredible. Truly, this is one of the greatest games ever made. One of my friends was like disgusted when he found out that Baracho was going to get added into MK. Nasty. Time is out.
Round 2. Fight.
Like Dante in DMC4. That, but for variations. That'd be really cool. I like Baracho, I guess. He's a parody of or he's a Chinese archetype. He's in a lot of kung fu movies. That style of character. He's actually a fairly honorable. What do you call that? I guess just recreation. Pastiche? 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 I don't know how to say that. It's an honorable pastiche. Of a Chinese trope. Chinese martial arts trope. And there's a lot of references to Chinese martial arts in this series. So blame the Chinese, is what I'm trying to say. Because it's their fucking shitty character. I think half the budget of every MK game goes into making sure Scorpion's outfit is really cool. I can say this because Scorpion's outfit is really cool in every single MK. To be 100% honest, my favorite Scorpion outfit is Injustice 1. It's very, very cool. MK has about 15 characters that are actually some of the 15 coolest characters in fighting games. And then they've got like 45 more characters that are extremely stupid. Shang Tsung is quite cool. Raiden is quite cool. Liu Kang does whatever he's supposed to be doing. Scorpion and Sub-Zero are extremely cool. Kenji is extremely cool. Johnny Cage is fucking incredible. There's a lot of incredible MK characters. I never played Bloody Roar. That's pretty cool. Quan Chi is fucking GOAT. Quan Chi's one of my favorite MK characters. Katana and Mileena can be pretty good. They can also be pretty shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Is this Brawl online doubles? Wait, what the hell is actually happening? Okay, no, it's singles. Oh, what the fuck is going on? What? What is this? Which particular Brawl is this?
Like, it's like adult Zelda dressed up like.
Yeah, I know. I started really strong, but then just got.
Sonic Brawler's got a pretty decent. I mean, that's the idea of Zelda, really. You're gonna get your long.
I don't know them apart. The only one I know is Project M.
Okay, there it is.
This is minus, huh?
That's the power of magic.
That's the power of it, yeah.
This is so stupid.
I got it. I've got to get back into the swing of the tournament. We skipped last month because I don't know.
Now, TM06, you're going to question my...
It's Sonic Brawler.
Yeah, I know. But why is he TM06?
I don't know, but every time I play him in Smash Bros, he is TM06.
Okay.
These hitboxes, though.
Missing that jar
What is
again.
TM06?
I'm trying to remember.
Now I want to watch some Project M footage.
But
Is Project M doubles a thing? Because I really wouldn't mind watching that.
I feel like Hash wishes he was playing Sonic, but like doesn't know that it's I.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
He's trying to charge at him. But...
Oh!
Great counter. Oh, but almost good enough.
This is kind of neat.
At least he killed him. I think he would have died either way.
I've never really fucked around with watching this game.
It was stylish though, and that's what it's all about.
This is so stupid, the way, like, how big their hitboxes are.
The benefit of using
I actually like it a lot.
is that if you're playing
Ike moves around in such a silly way. And Zelda's hitboxes are literally going like half screen. And the dodging looks quite fluid.
Yes, I don't know why he keeps going in. You got Sonic Brawler going in for some reason. He like on that he scored that down air, right? And like he followed it
The
up.
counter?
Oh, great counter.
Oh, but he followed it up by going in.
That side B looks mad good.
Backed up for the forward air. Because the spark would have hit, and then he could have gotten another thing off of that.
No, he's just like staying in the center.
Oh my god, not fire.
He's gonna go for that again. Oh,
Why do you have that much freedom to control it?
He's got. Why does he keep like transforming and then deciding not to?
Because you gotta transform cancel. The mind games.
The 1 year per commentator thing. I can fix that. Fixed.
Fixed, awesome.
Now it's both ears per commentator. Like I said, I got new equipment. I'm still trying it out. Breaking the limits on understanding that.
Purposefully, Kuso is not necessarily bad.
Alright.
I think most of the
It's annoying.
Marvel vs. Capcom games are purposefully Kuso. Probably all of them except
Standing in the middle.
maybe Infinite.
Okay. What did that do? Was that shielded or like?
Actually, I guess MVC3 probably didn't try and be Kuso. I would argue that CBS2 tried to be a little Kuso,
That might be it.
although it also tried to be good.
Good game. That's 1 for Sonic Brawler. I feel like he's got a good matchup.
Toon Link?
What
Oh.
is Toon Link in that picture?
Oh, in terms. Oh, was he like?
Like, what is he supposed to be?
Oh.
Pichu doing damage with the fucking quick attack or whatever, agility.
Yeah, but why is he blue?
What is this combo? The fucking down air loop.
1-0 Sonic Brawler.
Yeah, it's the same score.
Okay.
I'm not sure what they agreed to do.
That down air looks mad good.
Oh, they're back at it.
I guess they just agreed to replay the
Oh
game.
my god.
Decent since the beginning. Looked pretty
Oh,
good.
3
But
agilities. I'm scared. Oh, he like left left projectiles on the screen.
Right head.
Pichu's so
That's
cute.
The rollout thing, pretty good.
Oh, Toon Link is dentist from a Rudolph special. I don't know what that is. Unless you want to talk about the Rugrats Hanukkah special, then I'm in.
Was it? That was the B-side?
No. Which one? Oh, yeah, that's B-side.
Yes.
He's doing B-side.
That fucking air, that down air.
Into the thing downward.
Alright, very well done the hedge. Even taunting. So the character switch was a pretty good option. That
Is
was
it a down up B? I don't know. It looks just like a.
but
Pichu is cool.
You know, there's a lot of players that do things like just because, like, I don't know. Like, they feel like they have to start with their, like, B option and then switch to the A only when they need to. Down air into down air is a true combo. I especially enjoy when it goes straight into down air for Zelda. You know what I'm talking about? Best combo.
The commentators are saying it's down air.
fully charged? No, not enough.
That was good at DI maybe. What the hell was that?
See, now that's Zelda's forward tilt. Zelda's forward tilt is
I don't recognize any of these attacks.
down tilt is the kick with the lane.
Okay. Alright. I mean, it looks pretty even. It's a lot more even than that Ike match. That Ike match was sort of a blowout.
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes 6% for every time he does that.
Not getting stuffed
He's
out.
faster.
Yeah.
Oh!
Got stuck on there.
This is some wild shit.
One up. One up indeed. He just switched. Oh, he switched to Sonic.
Alright, trying to fight speed with speed.
You know what? I don't think that this was a good pick.
Why?
Maybe it'll work. I don't know. Which one is he? Oh, he's the racing suit.
You gotta go fast.
He's got, you know, he's going so fast he needs to actually wear more clothing.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was a lot of fucked up shit like this in this game. I'm literally gonna look for Project M doubles.
Now, he's not getting killed. He's not getting down there.
We're gonna see if this is a thing. That's a Squirtle. Squirtle's cool. Project M removed the ability for Pokemon trainers Pokemon to switch between them. And then they balance them like they're all separate characters.
Made it into doubles. We had Nyak and Carlil, myself.
Yeah, no.
Not anywhere. Sonic Colors.
There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Ah, none, don't hurt us like that. No, why? None, don't do that. I hate it when people die like this. Don't
This is somehow a lot harder to see than Melee. I don't know if it's the camera or what.
Forward smash will set none.
Ally just gets so many outside. I don't understand how he does it.
In doubles, he has the space to do them. His partner's covering the.
But he even does them in
He
singles.
even does it in singles. I know. I know.
I
Everyone's.
think they're calling. Are they calling singles? Right?
Yeah, they all turn singles back.
Maybe I should just watch some singles.
I'll be fine.
But
This
you
is hard to
should
follow.
Make sure you don't get DQ'd.
I don't want to get DQ'd. You're right. We'll finish after this game. I'll go. Dirt board. There you go. Hammer time. Yeah, it is. Not many people play a yellow Game & Watch. You see a yellow Game & Watch, chances are it's hammer time. You see a pink one, chances are it's Bidoof.
When did the word start?
Then you got Squirtle with that little black outfit trying to blend into. You've gotten
There we go.
PK flashed a few times too when trying to recover.
Yeah, that was my mistake. That was purely my mistake. My recovery was messed up.
Addy.
Yeah, that's what this.
Yeah,
I think we'll let
combos.
You talk about Dirt Boy because I still don't understand Squirtle fully.
Okay. Well, Dirt Boy is here from out of Canada, and he's one of the most notable Squirtle mains.
That's true. He's not Canadian. He's from Michigan.
Right. And Tom, or Hammer Time, is one of our best players here, and he mains Game & Watch. So this should be like a really interesting matchup. And it's also a matchup that we never see between these two characters.
Definitely. Addy Turtle to the box, to the key meteors, but they cancel right away from Dirt Boy.
Anyone ever read that pasta?
It's a little
About
hard
that
for
guy
Game & Watch because his neutral
who was
game is
bringing a
not
girl
the
over
best.
to his
He has
pad,
the bacon to approach,
and he was gonna
and
play
you see
some
him trying to use a lot of manholes, a lot of
Smash.
down tilts in neutral because he wants to intercept. I
And he
believe,
was a
the-
Game &
the
Watch man, and he
withdrawal
tried to think of
from
some things to
Squirtle.
say
Yes,
for
I
Game &
think
Watch's
Hammer
various
Time's gonna play
attacks.
a little bit more defensively in this
depending on
game
whether the
than
mood of the room
normal.
was
He's just gonna
flirty
try and box him out,
or
answer his
tense
with,
or casual.
well-spaced aerials or tilts.
Can Game & Watch auto combo on Squirtle?
Like, does he combo Squirrel as hard as he
That
can
shit
characters?
Yeah.
kills me every fucking time.
Smaller character, it can't be that
It's a
easy.
10 out of 10
Smaller
pasta.
character, kinda light, but yeah, look at this. Look at
Someone
this
find that
combo.
shit and
Still
post it
works.
here, and then
Still
we can all
works.
read it.
Probably not to the same degree, but still a solid like combo.
Down throw.
Damn, he is a Ninja Turtle.
Good DI.
Lives.
Squirrel's one of those characters that he actually has a kill throw forward, basically, so you have to hold in, and that's not that common.
Sometimes I think I can be a little awkward around women, and then I see how the limits,
Yeah.
and then I'm just like, good
Oh,
lord.
what? Okay.
DI.
He went straight to the corner. That was perfect DI.
Directional
Is that it?
influence in action.
That's it, man.
If you don't know what DI is, just watch this game, you'll understand.
Yeah, if you play Game & Watch, you need
Everyone
to
go
know
read
how DI
that.
to live as long as possible.
That's how light you are. Bacon right to the key. Wasn't even the bacon. Use the frying pan to the key.
I know a lot of
Spacing
people on the
enough
internet
for
use words like autism to
First the
describe
chair,
awkwardness,
now the
social
down tilt.
awkwardness, but I think there might actually be some autism
Yeah,
in
the
that
down
post.
tilt, perfect for covering the ledge.
It's probably
especially
fake.
against, recovery like Squirtle's.
Waterfall. That's such
But
a
it's fun to
great
think that it
hitbox.
isn't.
In this case, it was fortunate for Hammer Time that Squirtle was facing the other way. Would have still grabbed, but it was a lot easier to punish.
Okay. Dirt Boy gets on the board. He takes his first stock against Hammer Time.
This one has an Ivysaur.
Seems like
What is this? Playing a Link. That's unfortunate. What is it? What is it?
good Ivies in our region.
When you play against an Ivysaur, if he's not gonna respect you, he could just overwhelm you, and you just won't know how to block his moves properly.
I'm pretty sure Link has been pretty
So
bad
far, getting the opponent off
in
stage.
every
Poorly on the way
every
back.
Smash game.
Up to up. Woman doesn't hit. Forward tilt to the up air. Gets the back throw.
Ivysaur is so
See,
cool.
the difference between, I think, Gandalf and Force Cereal. Force Cereal's punish game is absolutely ridiculous. Like, you'll see him make combos that you wouldn't think Link is able
That
to
Wispy
make.
looks pretty nice.
But, yeah, hopefully we'll see some
I'm
of that in
eager
this
to
game.
find out.
Yes. I'm not sure about the stage choice. Like,
I'm not
Look
sure.
at that solar
I
beam.
think it favors one of them strongly. That's just
You
like
can see it
I
in the
think
bulb
favors
there.
Ivysaur. Strongly?
Not strongly. But I think if everybody's Ivysaur, Bobo missing his up B. What was that?
Lots of SDs.
Bobo. A bit calm.
Might be some nerves. I know I was nervous when I was playing.
Forward. Grab stage. Tether. Little. There we go.
Wow, smart.
Oh.
This is too low. Bobo magique, ressaisis-toi.
I like Ivysaur's
he plays a tether character,
airs.
so he should know how to punish tether.
Oh, he knows. He just messed up.
Yeah, it's just a button error.
He got the kill. Yeah, he got the kill. He just died afterwards.
Wow, this combo's ridiculous.
Here we go. Nair. No, not this time. He's gonna go push with the forward. Down smash. Being spot dodged. Now Link with the pressure. The Nair to approach. The
It feels like they tried to make projectile characters out of Link and Samus. But like making a good projectile character is so hard in Smash. Like they really underestimated just how big projectiles had to be.
Everywhere.
A lot of whiff by both players.
Or how fast they had to recover or shit like that. Like, there's too much movement freedom. Link has projectiles that, like, you know, they're kind of small. You can't just go by, like, Ryu's Fireball or something like that. How to make his own character in a game with this much mobility.
And Link's recovery is not the best. It's kind of easy to gimp for Ivy.
I tend to agree.
It's like Boomerang, I think people seem to use a little bit in all the games. Bow and Arrow, like, not at all. Bombs, a decent amount, but not, like, a huge amount. I think Bomb is supposed to be pretty good in all of them.
Using Bobo's a really aggressive Ivy, but I don't see him sitting back and like camping.
And his little quirks don't really make him that good.
This is
his 2-hit smash attack.
Boomerang on the way back, hitting with the claw shot. Full stock up now for the Link player. Is that going to be it? Boom to the up. Patience.
Yeah, he mixed them up.
And the second hit of the forward smash will take a lot of patience by the
That was cool. That was actually pretty enjoyable.
Well played.
Bobo could have just held the ledge. He could have just grabbed the ledge and then like deal with either the tether or roll on if he goes for the up B.
Samus, you say? I will see if I can find some Samus footage. Oh, what do you know?
Of the Mindless Monk's crew. I
found some.
Samus is not easy to combo. Lucario known for his combos.
I think Samus has the tools to keep a Lucario out. But Rangochu nonetheless had a great showing yesterday. He has a lot of tech, and when you don't understand Lucario, you feel overwhelmed.
Right. Do you guys have any good Lucarios?
Samus looks quicker, but it might just be me.
We had one guy who was playing Lucario, Squirt, but not at the same level.
That fusion suit looks kind of good.
Okay. That's unfortunate. He held down, and they just got like down smashed.
Will they ever make a game set after fusion?
Attack from Hunter, trying to start now with the missiles. 1, 2. Charging the smash, going down.
Looks like Hunter's trying to play this game kind of passively. Just
I always thought that missiles are RNG, but aren't they not? Isn't it like Smash versus Tilt to do missile versus like Super Missile? Or maybe it was RNG and then it became Smash versus Tilt.
Cancels, all the cancels, gets the neutral air. It's sometimes hard. When you don't play the character yourself, it can be very hard to understand everything that Lucario does.
Yeah, the cancel.
I noticed when I was a kid playing Melee or whatever.
Yeah.
Brawl. I don't remember if it was in Melee. I think it was. Or I think they weren't super missiles in Melee, but there were 2 different kinds of missile.
Extra meter for more damage or more knockback rather.
Is that right?
Yeah. You can apply more. You can use one of his charges to make it stronger.
All right. Did not know that.
To a kill throw.
Did not know that. Forward. To the forward again. Nair on the fall down by Samus. Getting danced around, let's be honest here.
I didn't even know like tilts were attacks when I was a kid.
It seems like he's getting comboed so hard. I wouldn't expect Samus to get comboed this hard.
He doesn't know.
I didn't know how to fucking up tilt.
You gotta smash
I thought up was jump.
Yes. Combo heavy characters, it's SDI that's gonna save you.
I thought if you were walking, you could get a forward tilt.
No. Up air to reach.
I thought they were just walking attacks.
Not getting anything off of that throw. 2 down.
And down tilt was like, you know, it's just your attack while you're holding down.
2. Won't connect. Good stuff of
And I didn't know up tilt existed at all. And then I remember finding out about up tilt. And then I remember trying my characters without tilts, and I saw Ganon's up tilt, and I was like, what the actual fuck is this?
Could be the first of the day for how little damage he's been taking.
I remember Falco had a really good up tilt. I was like, yes, this is a good attack.
Missile, all the missiles, but he has the jumps.
I think it's everyone who plays Melee. Wow, this is a really good attack for Falcon's up tilt.
Yeah, none of these missiles are connecting though.
Falcon has a really good down tilt too. Falco, not Falcon. Falco's down tilt is nuts. It can kill at like a really low percentage.
He has plenty of mirrors.
You only need the opponent to have like 70% or something, and then down tilt is just like pow.
Missile, Nair on the approach. Down smash goes for the up tilt instead. No connect. I'm surprised he didn't go off stage for a down air, which is what he normally does. Back air will be the first stop.
Okay. Gets on the board. Builds a little morale for the next game probably.
Follows through with his missile. No punish on screw attack. Missile again, all the missiles. But varying the timing at which he throws them now.
You mentioned he doesn't like this like missile camp, right?
No.
So he's probably like not very proficient at it. Right? Like,
It's not the main way he plays.
Yeah.
Down to forward.
when you're forced to play like in a play style that you're not used to, it's just not effective.
Oof.
It's essentially not fun.
Yeah.
Down, forward. He's getting a bit of his composure now. He's trying to understand.
Yeah.
Starting to understand.
You should just try to gather as much information as possible from this game.
Jab, down. Maybe one of the keys would be to start using more angled missiles, more
That looked like punish.
seeker missiles, rather than always go for the power ones, because Rangunchu, like you said, knows how to maneuver through them. Harder to maneuver through seeker missiles. So if you vary seeker power, might be better off for him.
Okay.
Strong showing by Rangunchu in this game. Definitely on the character knowledge, and it was overwhelming. It's not so much that Rangunchu outplayed, he just overwhelmed the opponent, and Hunter didn't know how to react.
But isn't Fail being banned from
Doesn't get the
Twitch
follow-up.
for
Forward,
streaming Project
down,
10? Did that happen to
forward,
someone?
which
Did
is
someone get banned
cancelled,
for streaming
but
this
down
game?
afterwards.
How would that happen?
See, to be a
Cease and
Lucario,
desist
you
from
have to
Nintendo
outplay him in a
themselves.
neutral game, right? Because if you lose the neutral game, you're gonna take a ton of damage.
But I don't think Lucario has the best neutral game.
I'm probably about to go for a little bit
It's not the best, but it's not one of the worst either.
No.
just
right.
to
But that's where
upload
Samus
some
has
archive
to win
footage,
the
get some
matchup,
food.
is in the neutral game.
But I'll
Yes.
probably come back.
You have to not get caught out. You have to know how he's
I'm
moving,
getting
when
kind of
he's
hungry,
coming
and I
in.
feel like I should
Punishing
eat.
the up B with the charge.
Yeah, it
with
looks
a
like Hunter's
forward smash.
adapting a little
He's
bit.
getting somewhere. Down tilt to intercept.
Bad down tilt.
Will go away, but Rangunchu follows. Down tilt. Up air. Now the hits are connecting. Now it's Rangunchu who doesn't understand
I
what's
might do
going
Dogma.
on. Down. Get normal. Missile to the grab. Doesn't get the forward smash. Will get the
Nintendo are
up
like one of my
instead.
favorite companies when it comes to like
Hey,
making
let me
video
see.
games.
Le missile en redescend.
Why do they have to
That
be such
tasted-
villains when it comes to
Also, I think
like
the stages
all
are working
internet-based
wonders,
things?
'cause Lucario has no platforms to
Why
run
is their
to
internet
now.
presence so shitty?
Harder for him to get Waveland's combo follow-ups, especially against Samus, who you can't really combo that well. So the platforms help in just jumping, wave landing, extending the combo. You can't do that now.
Yes, that as well as from a defensive standpoint. You can't avoid the missiles as easily now.
Ah, you're
you have to
absolutely right.
commit it to going to the air.
Forward smash. Comes back with, what's it called? The grab missile, the grab beam, grapple beam, there you go. Losing my Metroid. A lot of words. Charging a little bit on the way back down. Rangunchu spacing out with
I know
some
there was a rather
forward
famous interaction
dash attack.
Wow.
To
at
forward
a
smash. To the missile, angled. Not angled. Forward smash will kill.
Unfortunately, it didn't
a
sweet spot
Smash.
that
There was
side.
some kind of
You
Nintendo.
can't. Samus cannot
QA.
sweet spot from screw attack. That's why it's not broken. You have to use your
Where
to sweet spot. You can only do it so many times.
there was a criticism against the new Smash game.
Missile,
I
jab,
think it was
down
Smash 4,
Yeah, great pressure.
and
Used
one of the
defensive pressure along
Nintendo
with the
guys
jab.
asked like, "Have you ever made a game?"
That read would have been sexy. But
And
unfortunately,
the person who raised the criticism was literally like
tilt.
one of the guys who
Can
made
you show off
Project
a
10.
down smash there? When you, okay,
I don't remember the story, but it was something like that. It was like, yeah, I made your game.
Well, it's
I took your
when you
game and
start
made
to
it
play
actually
correctly,
good.
You realize just how much quicker down tilt is.
Okay. But he had plenty of time there, I think.
Absolutely. 58% only. This game is tense.
There was like some really glorious drama.
Down tilt, follow up, Nair cancelled. Aura Sphere for the pressure. Missile on the way back down. Hunter comes back with a forward. The bomb stopping any type of follow up. Nair cancelled back on stage. Samus never dies.
He's just tossing aura spheres.
And, and Hunter's maneuvering over every single one, using the charge shot, coming back and killing
Oh, the air
himself.
dodge.
Hunter, allez, je crois. Ressaisis-toi, jeune homme.
Too much spaghetti.
The bomb would have allowed for a follow-up, but didn't get. Racking up some percent. Premature spot dodge, and 2 missiles to follow. 3 missiles, double jump by Rangunchu to avoid it. Force palm, doesn't get the grab. Both just trying to land that hit. It's got to be odd for Lucario not to be able to combo.
No, he's just getting straight hits right now.
That's all you can get against Samus. You got to recognize when you're playing against a Samus that that's all you're gonna get. You have to adapt. Missile once, twice, 3, 4.
Wow.
To the charge shot, charge to the forward smash.
I disagree. Hunter should have went to grab the ledge. Lucario's recovery can be punished, similar to Sheik.
Plenty more missiles where that comes from. Up. Is he going to follow? Samus survives. Hunter makes it back. Shoryuken down, but he's on an ice mode. He's still in fire. Force palm.
There's definitely a lot more making a game than balance. Don't get me wrong.
grab. EX grab.
I think I'm gonna go. I'll be
EX
back
force
later.
palm.
Probably won't be too long.
Easy. That game was looking grim for Ungun.